Yeah.
Right, we're just going to talk shite.
Sounds good to me.
So today, on the Tim Marner Podcast Show, we've got my mate, Nick Phillips from LUV Fitness Studios. Nick, if people don't know what LUV Fitness Studios is, let them know what LUV Fitness Studios is.
LUV Fitness Studios it's for me, it's a way of life. For me, it's so much more than fitness. Fitness, I know we LUV Fitness Studios, but the fitness side of it is like 5% of what we do. It's all about the way you feel. It's all about the mental state. We're an online platform at the minute. The dream is to have physical studios eventually. But what we're trying to build a tribe, an army of people that just want to feel a little bit better, and that's what it is. I'm very passionate about what I do. Been in the industry for about 15 years now.
So talk to me about let's talk about little Nick Phillips.
Little Nick Phillips.
And he was at school.
Little fat Nick Phillips.
Right, okay, talk to me about him, where he was.
So, little Nick Phillips struggled with weight all my life. Don't know what's gone on there really. I don't know, because my brother's shredded. So my brother's a year older than me, never had an ounce of fat on him. And for some reason, I don't know if it's earlier on in my life, my dad, my real biological dad, just fucked off basically. He told my mum he was going on business and he fucked off to a different country and never came back, never seen us. I was 3, Christian was 4. And I've always found comfort in food, I think. So I've always struggled with weight, do you know what I mean? I've always battled with weight. I was the kid that would get a £5 instead of going spending it on stickers or something like that, toys. I'd go to the shop and buy £5 worth of sweets and eat them on the way home. So I was just one of these. I wasn't obese, I wasn't like huge. I'd just always been a big lad.
So it was more kind of comfort eating, but you didn't know why?
I didn't know why. I still struggle with it to today. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, massively. And that's going back to that LUV Fitness Studios.
Yeah.
I understand it's more than just standing on a treadmill and running. There's so much more to it. So yes, through school, battled, never had a girlfriend. I'm not looking for the old poor me. I mean, I was a popular kid. I had a great childhood.
So you weren't getting bullied for your weight
Never
or anything,
been bullied
but
in my
underneath
life.
that there was an underlying thing where you weren't comfortable in your own skin, like.
Never as a youngster. But I just got on with it. I was Spud. My nickname was Spud.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that was after potato or ganja. Do you know what I mean? One of the two. But yeah, I was the fun kid. Do you know what I mean? I was the one that just always had a laugh and just very popular as a kid.
So at school, what did you want to do?
Work at the airport.
What do you mean?
I wanted to work at the airport. So my stepdad, who I class as my real dad, Dr. Phillips, had a surgery just close to your office here. His sister worked for BA. She was one of the head air hostesses at on Concorde, so she was really high up at BA. So when everyone's doing their school job, you know, when they go off and do job, what's it called when you go and do, you go off and do a work experience for 2 weeks. I went to the airport and did it with BA. So all my mates are doing it down at the Chippy and all sorts of different like crap places, hairdressers and stuff like that. And I went to British Airways and did it with them, flew to Germany one day, come back. So my heart was set on working at the airport.
Doing what at the airport?
Anything. I wanted to start off as a baggage handler, and then I wanted to work my way up to become what is called as a dispatcher. So you dispatch the aeroplanes. You're speaking to the pilot, telling him to basically everything's all right on the plane. So that was what I wanted to do as a child.
Uh-huh.
Then when I got into working, 16, 17, started looking for jobs around the airport. I went doing packing food. And I hated it. I realised I absolutely hated it. So that was it, my dream. I didn't want to do that. So then I got into joinery. I did joinery for a bit after that. Did time served joinery, worked there. Worked for a really, really strict guy. He was an ex-Israeli soldier, so he was ruthless. He was an horrible person to work for. But he taught me rules. He taught me don't ever be late. One time,
routines.
He taught me, like, he drilled it into me. I worked with him for 4 years. It's probably the best thing I ever did because he taught me everything. I remember one time, I'd been out with my cousin on a Tuesday night, and we'd been out and been to the pub and we got levered and we had a bit of coke.
Yeah.
And the next day I had to be in work. It was a pissing down day. and I turned up 10 minutes late, and he literally turned up, he started driving his van, buggered off in his van, and I had to run down the road to catch him up, jumped in, and he put me on a roof all day. He said, don't you ever be late for another person again. And since that day, I've never been late for a person. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot to be said about that, isn't there?
A lot to be said. He was ruthless.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I did 4 years. So wanted to work at the airport, realised that wasn't the path I went on. Went into joinery, absolutely loved it. Do you know what I mean? Tough, really tough industry to be in. And yeah, that's where it got me up to there.
So joinery, what happened? How have you gone from joinery into, what was the switch from joinery into fitness?
Fitness. So I was working on site. So I did it. So Steve, who was my old boss, Steve Newman, he went off to move to New Zealand. So then I went working on sites, building sites, being a joiner, fitting doors, doing all this sort of stuff. And I got on sites, and that wasn't not what I wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? I got on, I wasn't comfortable, I was going, sort of dragging my feet when I was getting to jobs. And then we had a massive big hit on the building sites where there wasn't loads of work. And I'd got into fitness a little bit before then, but I'd done it the wrong way. I'd done it by starving myself. Do you know what I mean? I got interested in girls, I wanted to get myself a girl. I've seen a girl in Leeds that I became friendly with, and I thought she's never going to look at me. So I started starving myself. I started getting into fitness, being like extreme. Everything I've done extreme. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I stopped eating, and then I'll go to the treadmill. I'll go to the gym and smash out cardio for like 2 hours, necking diet pills. Do you know what I mean? Having fags to stop me from eating. But I felt comfortable in the gym. I felt like I wanted to be in the gym all the time. So I remember one day I was going on a building site over in South Manchester, and I went to the gym before, and I just thought, I want to be in here. I want to be in the gym. I don't want to be on a building site. Problem is I've got dyslexia. Problem is that I can't read and write still to this day. Do you know what I mean? I struggle with that. So I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to go and learn about the body if I can't read and write. And I spoke to my parents, you know what I mean, and I was like, I really want to do this. I want to become a personal trainer. I'm talking 15 years ago. There's no personal trainers there around then. Do you know what I mean? There was 1 or 2 in a gym, that was it. It's like nowadays everyone's a bloody personal trainer, aren't they? Yeah. But I made a phone call to a company called Premier. I think it's the same.
Yeah, I know Premier. Yeah,
you know Premier, yeah. And I rang them up. I said, look, I've got severe dyslexia. I struggle with reading and writing. I really want to be a personal trainer. I know I can make a good personal trainer. I've got this fire in my belly that I wanted to do it. But I'll struggle with the exams. And they said, don't worry about it. Come down and we'll have a chat about it. And we'll get you sorted. And that was it.
How did they get you sorted?
Hard work. I partnered up with, so on the first day when you rack up at college, which it wasn't this 2-day course, it was a full 6-week course that you had to quit everything else. You had to go and learn. You had to be there 8 o'clock in the morning, stay till 5. It was a proper intense course. And I sat down on the first morning, and I got next to a guy called Anthony, who's got a gym over in South Manchester. And we got Pally, and he's very bright. So he helped me, do you know what I mean? And then the teacher, Doug, was brilliant as well. He took time with me. He helped me. He knew I had that passion to become a personal trainer.
So obviously, when you've started first going to the gym, and everybody gets stuck into this stigma of, I'm basically going to the gym not for my health, but because I want to impress other people, and I'm putting a mask on. Yeah. What was that shift from you doing that into, I want to be a personal trainer? Why did you want to be a personal trainer at that time? Obviously, it might have changed, but what was the reason for it? Have you still got this little fat kid in your head kind of going, look, you know, being in the gym, going to impress more girls at that time?
No, none of that.
What was it?
I love fitness. I did love fitness. I loved being in the gym. I loved coaching people. I loved being... Before I got qualified, I'd lost a load of weight. I got myself looking great by starving myself, having diet pills, but I'd lost loads of weight. I was like, you look great. So then I'd start learning from magazines, Men's Health, books, Arnold Schwarzenegger books, how to lift weights. Then I'll start teaching my mates, come on, we'll go to the gym, I'm going to show you these new exercises. I loved it. There was something in my heart, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I could feel it, this is what I'm supposed to do. And that was it. When I think that was the switch when I was going onto the building sites. I was thinking I want to be training my mates in the gym, do you know what I mean? So I feel like it was never for girls, as in never a vanity thing. It was more to help people for me. It was more, I enjoy sharing tips, sharing different workouts, different routines, helping people. Do you know what I mean? Helping my mates get a little bit stronger, having that little bit of a buzz around the gym. It's just such a positive place for me to be in, is a gym. And I think that was the massive change that made me realise, right, this is my path that I need to be on. And I'm talking 18, 19. Yeah. That's what age, when I realised that I want to be in a gym.
So how did you, with dyslexia then, how did you pass the course then? Obviously, you've got written exams and that kind of thing. How did they get round that for you?
That's a good question. I don't know. Right. I don't know. I honestly don't know, because I genuinely do feel, and I don't want anyone to get into any trouble at all for this, but I genuinely do feel I connected with Doug, my own instructor, that I knew from us, I get myself very stressed out in the exams and tests. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll sit in an exam, GCSEs didn't get 1-0 GCSE, struggled all the way through my school. Do you know what I mean? I just thought, it's not a waste of time, I enjoy my time at school, but exams for me just do not work. And I'm having a similar problem with my 6-year-old. He's not academic at all, he's struggling with reading and writing. I think he's going to struggle. So when it got to the exams with the personal training, I literally was just writing what I can. There was no sort of help and stuff, but Doug would get me in by myself and ask me the questions again. Right. Then I'd answer them and he would write them that way. Right, so. And he said, you've passed. Do you know what I mean? Like each exam, but he knew.
It's like you writing it down. You're just communicating to him and he's writing it down for you.
Exactly, because
just for my thing, Nick, and I don't know it being a little bit like, dyslexia, how does that affect your mind then? How does that actually, because I kind of know dyslexia from a certain level where obviously you're reading something and the letters get jumbled up. How does that work then?
That doesn't happen to me. That doesn't happen. People say, oh, can you see, looking at your thing, can you see M before the T? None of that. I just can't do it. Right. I've tried everything. Do you know what I mean? I've tried, I'll look at stuff, and like even with Max's 6-year-old's books now, I'll have to like look over them again till it makes sense. There's all different types of dyslexia, do you know what I mean? But for me, it's just I'll look at words and I'll look and I won't read them. I won't understand what they mean. It's a horrible thing to deal with, but it makes you shine in other areas. I've had to learn to deal with it. I've had to learn that
communicate in other ways.
iPhones have been the best thing, because you might see from some of my texts are all over the place, but I talk into my phone, audiobooks. I make a habit of reading one audiobook every week, because I've had that such a first half of my life or whatever, 25 years of not reading, that I'm on catch up now. Every book, I'm like, what book are you listening to? What book are you reading? I'll put one on, I'll just listen to it. I've just been listening to one on the way to you. Do you know what I mean? So now I found with modern technology, it's allowing me to enjoy books. Do you know what I mean? I can talk to my phone and then I'll put it on an app on and it says read it, so I'll read it back to myself. All these, but I never had that as a kid.
When you were a kid, was actually dyslexia a thing where or were you struggling with it wasn't going in and you were kind of stressing yourself, or did somebody say, oh, Nick, you've got dyslexia?
They told me I got dyslexia when I got into high school, and I had to have a teacher sat with me constantly. Right. So all the way through school, if you can imagine, you're there trying to fit in with the cool kids or whatever, and I've got a special needs teacher sat next to me. I went into special needs classrooms, which was a tiny little class shoved in the back of the school somewhere where you had to go and you had to... So... yeah, that was a strange one. I don't think it got managed well. I'm sure schools now acknowledge it a lot better, but I think I don't think they fully knew how to deal with it. There was me and another lad, and we were the dyslexic kids. We were the ones that had a teacher sat with us next to us all through all school. I didn't let it bother me though. I never let it bother me. Do you know what I mean? I just got on with it.
It's hard, isn't it? Because it's like there must be loads of kids out there with dyslexia not knowing or admitting that they can't learn and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think the pressure that they must have now with the exams and fitting in, do you know what I mean? Especially now where everything's such highlighted, do you know what I mean? That, it must be tough. I would not like to be growing up now, do you know what I mean? I would not like to grow up. But it's okay. It's okay if you've got dyslexia. It's okay if you can't read and write. because you honestly, you shine through, and that's what Doug saw in me, personal training. From what happened with my joinery, I was the first one there every day. I was an hour early for every class. I'd work out because we did it at the gym. It's just closed down now. It's at the old JJB in Trafford. I was the first one there. I'd train, I'd get a shower, I'd be sat ready before anyone racked up. He could see that in me. Do you know what I mean? I had these habits built into me.
There's hardly anybody like that now. Who does that?
That's me. Massive, like, you turn up on time, you're late. Do you know what I mean? 10 minutes for everything. 10 minutes early.
So you've done your course now, and you've finished. What was your intention then? What are you thinking? I'm going to go and be a personal trainer at a gym.
Yeah.
What sent me through that?
So we got qualified, me and my mate Faddy, who's another one who's got a gym over in Sheffield. We moved to London. So we got qualified. I had a little, what car was it? It was an Audi A. It's one of the small A's. I can't remember what it was. A clapped out thing. Me and him packed up whatever we had, clothes. We got our bed sheets. We got all our bits and pieces, and we literally set off and drove to London.
Why?
Because personal training wasn't a big thing in Manchester. There was 1 or 2 gyms that had personal training in.
Yeah.
And like I say, your total fitness is, there'd be 1 trainer working there. It wasn't a big thing. But in London, there was the top gyms there, and I wanted to get established as a personal trainer. So we moved to London, and I had this dream of being in the big smoke and becoming a successful personal trainer.
So what did you do? You got there, and then...
We got there, we didn't have a job. We literally, we racked up and we started staying in a bed sit in Brixton, Shretton Hill, very, very rough area. We moved in with this lady, and Faddy, who was a fanatic bodybuilder, shredded, absolutely shredded. He got me on the path of that as well. So we were eating chicken and broccoli and rice. We were living on that. And nuts, cheap nuts from Tesco was like 30p bag of nuts. We were living on that 6 times a day. We bought ourselves 2 George Formby grills, if that's what they're called. And one day we came in and we started cooking our chicken, cooking our rice, and the woman come back and she went ballistic because of the smell. She kicked off, and we were like, she threw us out and we're like, oh, we'll go tomorrow. It was quite late. It was like 7 o'clock, and we're like, oh, we'll go. And we're making all this chicken. Do you know what I mean? She come in, the smell, and she kicked off, and she was like, no, you go now, you leave now. I was like, we'll go tomorrow. So we went back to our room, shut the door, locked in these little tiny bed sits. Next minute, boom, 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 our two sons, Brixton lads, kicked us out. So we had nowhere to go. We went and slept in the car. We had a couple of interviews lined up. We slept the night in the car park, thinking, shit, what are we gonna do? The next day we managed to get into a hotel, which was the worst hotel in London. It must have been. It was about 25 quid a night. It stunk. I think it was where brass used. You know what I mean? It was horrible. So we went in, and we went to an interview that we saw on one of the websites, which was at the flagship David Lloyd in South Kensington. Top gym. Jensen Button goes there when he's back from racing, because his parents live around there. Mint gym. Top gym. They probably had 20 personal trainers there working. So we went in, there must have been 30 people in the room, and I just got the room laughing. Do you know what I mean? The first thing, I'm Nick, I stayed in the worst hotel in my life last night, and they got laughing, so I got through to the next stage. Unfortunately, my mate Faddy didn't get the job. There was me and another guy who got the job out of 30 people, and that was me. Flagship David Lloyd, became the #1 personal trainer in there. Made some amazing mates, still mates to this day. Had the best time of my life. Did 4 years there, absolutely loved it. Training top clients. I was getting paid. The guy who was this branding agency, who were the guys behind the Meerkat advert, he used to pay me 50 quid an hour to go and run around Hyde Park with him, and then 50 quid an hour to do an hour of weights. I was loving it. Do you know what I mean? I was loving my life. So I did 4 years of that. Absolutely learned my craft though. I wasn't like what I see now. Every week I'd be out learning something new. So I'd be at London Kettlebells learning a kettlebell course. Next week, London CrossFit, learning how to do Olympic lifts. It was constant. That was me learning. Do you know what I mean? 4 years of graft every week. It's like I'm on this next course, polygon course, on the next course. Do you know what I mean? Learning my craft, and I don't think enough of that happens nowadays. I think people just get qualified and think, right, I can charge 50 quid an hour. I'm only going to train fit birds. I'm going to mince around the gym. Going to inject myself with a load of shit. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't. There's more to it. Do you know what I mean?
What happened after the 4 years then? When you got to the end of the 4 years, what was that?
I was loving life. I was thriving. I was absolutely flying. I was living with a boxer, a girl boxer, lovely girl, and we had a great. I wasn't dating her. We were just sharing a house in Earl's Court. Loving life, out every weekend, enjoying things. Single. Do you know what I mean? Doing what single lads do when the personal trainer's in London. And then I got a phone call on one Sunday afternoon. It was my brother who'd been back from the RAF. He'd been out walking with my mum and my dad, and he was on the phone saying, "Your dad's dead," and sends shivers down my spine now. Do you know what I mean? Thinking about that, I remember exactly where I was. I was in my bedroom listening to the Foo Fighters. And he said that, and I just, like, my parents were everything to me, do you know what I mean? And just to know he was a fit, healthy, 50-year-old doctor, played 50. Golf, 50, played golf every weekend, had a little bit of red wine, but looked after himself, very stressed with work though, very, very stressed with work. Got that phone call, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, rang my mate in hysterics. Went to the local pub, got absolutely shit-faced, got absolutely levered out of my brains. My mate came to drive up from Manchester to pick me up. I carried on drinking all the way home from there, just stopping off at the shop, stopping off a service station. Just numbing myself, got home, downed a load of night nurse, woke up the next day, my mum was just crying in the bedroom. Do you know what I mean? My mum and dad, my mum and stepdad, who I class as my real dad, I never ever heard them argue once. My mum would never be away from my dad at all, which is probably not a healthy thing. She'd never go off with her mates on holiday. It was always, they were just like, just one. So my mum was in a bad place. And then, I just ended up getting absolutely levered. Like, as soon as the pub opened, I'd be in the pub drinking, sniffing coke. I got to the point where I had to ring one night. I think it was the night after I'd come back, been to the pub all day, not eating. I woke up in the middle of the night with the worst cramps in my stomach. I felt like someone just stabbed me in the stomach. I had to ring an ambulance, go to the hospital. I didn't have my stomach pumped, but I was in a bad way, and the doctor
and what was that? What was that?
Booze, too much booze, not eating, stress. I remember. I think it was just my body, my stomach was just overloaded with all the toxins. But I remember speaking, and I was in good shape then, but I was on steroids. And I remember speaking to the doctor, and he had a stiff word with me about steroids and about abusing your body. And I remember sitting outside after going through this. They sorted me out. I think they put me on a bit of a drip or stuff. It's a bit of a blur, to be honest. I remember sitting waiting for a taxi to go back home outside. I was just like, I've got to sort my head out. My dad won't want this. I've got to sort my head out. I've got to get myself back on track, back doing what I love, which is fitness, sorting my head out. I carried on drinking, but not to that extent. Do you know what I mean? I carried on. It's, like I said, everything I do is extreme. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If when I went from my clubbing days, gate crashes, cream, all that, I had to be the idiot that was having the most pills. Yeah. I had to be the one. Oh, there's Nick who's having. Just the Nick's had that amount this week. Or if I'm at the pub with the mates, post what happened, I'd be on my second pint while everyone's on the first swig. Do you know what I mean? Just extreme. Just that's me, and I don't think I'll ever change that.
So, what did you do to get yourself out of that sort of headspace that you were in? What was obviously you told yourself, had a quiet word with yourself in your head, like, but how did you get out of that habit?
Routine, get up, get to the gym, have purpose in my life, start
Are you thinking of moving back down to London?
Yeah. So I'm telling my mates in London, I'll be back in a couple of months. Telling my old, like I say, I was a top trainer there. I give all my clients, look after my clients, top clients, you know what I mean? Very, very wealthy, multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
I'll be back, don't worry, I'll be back. Like, these clients were sending me stuff up from London, like baskets of food from Hamlet, from Harrods, you know what I mean? Well thought of. I was like, I'll be back, don't worry. So in my head, I'll stay here, because Christian was in the RAF, my brother, so he had to go back to base. Yeah. So I was like, I'll look after my mum for a bit, and then I'm going back, mum, do you know what I mean? And then I was training at Total Fitness, and I was on the Stairmaster doing what I do best, just sweating it out. And I saw a girl that I knew from school, Louise, and I'd been asking her out a bit, do you know what I mean? Obviously fancied her, but she weren't having it. She wasn't having it at all. Yeah, I was like, when I come back from London, like my hair slicked back, when I'm back from London, I'll take you out on a date. She's like, nah, I'm busy. She knocked me back about 4 times. I was like, right. But then I saw her, and she just got back from London. I got off the Stairmaster, and she was on this pedal bike, just as I racked up, like keeping 2 bikes away from it, and just got chatting, pulled my headphones off, got chatting, how's it going, eh? Do you know what I mean? And then, I don't know, I think I just made her laugh, and I think we just had a bit of a connection. And I think that next day I texted her on Facebook and said, you can let me take you out for a drink. And that was it then. It moved very fast with me and Louise. We met in the gym. Within a couple of weeks, I'd moved into her house. Within a couple of weeks, I proposed to her. we went on holiday. I proposed to her in Vegas. Then we come back. We got married. Then we went to Thailand, travelling for 3.5 weeks. Then then got pregnant, and then it was like bam, 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 bam. Do you know what I mean? It just I think when you know, and I don't know. It's probably that addiction again. It's like, oh, I settle down. So I decided I wasn't going back to London. I was staying with this girl, and I was seeing a few girls on the side, just mates. Do you know what I mean? I got rid of all them and just focused on Louise, and that was it. The rest is history with me and Louise. Do you know what I mean? We just got on like a house on fire. She's very, very driven, Louise. Her parents are, they've had a DIY business for 40 years.
Wow.
She worked there, so from school she went straight into...
She knows what graft is.
She knows what graft is. Yeah. She knows how to deal with builders. Do you know what I mean? She's the other bit, because I'm soft, me. It was good cop, bad cop. She got called by one of our old trainers. She was the money grabbing bitch when we had to ask her to leave nicely. She was, no one likes you. She gets a hard time, Louise, because she is the organised one. Yeah. I'm the one that's got the visions and the one that's all over the place. But Louise is the one that's like, no, Nick, we need to think about the bills. We need to stop spending, stop doing this. And that's it. We just fit into place, me and Louise.
So what was the point that you both decided to set up your own gym?
Same again. What I did a lot of was boxing. Did a couple of white collar fights. I love training people for boxing. Yeah. Got very into boxing. Trained over at Bobby Rimmer's over in Staley Bridge. Really love that. So I started training people out of Louise's garage. Boxing, which is a little house, a little 2-up-2 down in Radcliffe, and they've got like alleyways at the back. So there's me getting 5 or 6 lads in the garage. We're kitted it out. I called it the wild card. So I had everything. I had 4 or 5 bags in there. I had it all kitted out like a little gym. I'll show you some pictures. But then I trained people for white collar fights, but I had no gym to train, so I get them sparring outside in the alleys. So people were like walking around and seeing 2 lads proper going for it and the thing, thinking it's a massive fight going on. Like, shit, I need to get my own little gym here. Do you know what I mean? So that happened. I ended up annoying a few of the neighbours, do you know, from the noise and the music pumping, and it's not the quietest workout, is it, boxing? So we probably did about 6 months in the garage, and same again, I made that garage absolutely mint. I made it like there was nothing that I didn't think of in there. I had elastic bands off the wall to make cable crossovers. I had a step machine that I'd cobbled together. I had a bar jump. I went whole hog. I'm very proud of what I do. Do you know what I mean? So I probably did 6 months of that, and then one of the lads I knew from school said, I've got a bit of a unit down in Radcliffe. It's just a big room. Come down and have a look. So I went down. It was an absolute shithole. looked in, and I saw the potential straight away. I thought, this is the one.
What was Lou doing at the time, job-wise?
Working for Rely on Us, which is the DIY shop.
Right, okay, still working there, right, okay.
Yeah, 5 days, 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, working there. So she was doing that. And then, yeah, I found this gym. Found not even a gym, it was an old factory. Went in, saw the potential, and that was it. Whole hog, straight on it. Building the gym from bits of crap that I could find. Started off, I borrowed $7,000 from Louise's dad. That was it. Didn't have any investments, and literally me and Louise, we used to drive around the country, London, buying bits of kit, buying bits of stuff, boxing bags, anything we could have. We proper, like, you know what I mean, so proud of it. Built it up organically from day one. Didn't have any clients, just literally word of mouth, come down, I'll train you. And just built up to something special.
That's amazing, that, mate. That's a proper brand, that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, how long did you have that for?
8 years. But I built it up.
You had it for 8 years, financially viable, everything going really well.
Really well. Loved it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Absolutely loved it. Up to about last Christmas. Last Christmas, I just thought, I've started to have enough of this. I've done my time. I've been a personal trainer for God knows how long. I've loved what I've done. I've built it up. We built up the hub. Built it up, started building more rooms, putting more rooms in, buying more bits of kit, building it up to a proper business. Set up LUV Cycle. I had this vision of doing cycling, dark music, DJs, flashing lights, smoke. Ex-clubber again, do you know what I mean? I wanted that. I wanted that experience, obviously in a healthy way. I wanted that whole, when the beat drops, you know what I mean? Everyone's riding together. So I had this vision for LUV Cycle. So I set that up in the back.
How many bikes did you have?
30.
Right, wow.
30 bikes, and we were packed, absolutely packed out. All my rides were pretty much full. I had some great instructors working for me. Built it up, people loved it. So yeah, but I just feel like...
So what, if you're doing that, and then at Christmas you're thinking...
I wanted more.
What's more for you, Nick?
We were still down a mill in Radcliffe. I wanted to the big smoke. I come from London, working in a top gym. Built this up for me in Radcliffe, really successful, built up a good name, and I feel like I wanted to be in Manchester. I feel like I wanted to be more in the city.
But what is it that you can do in the city that you can't do in Radcliffe?
I feel like I wanted to get the LUV Cycle brand more in the public eye, and I feel like my biggest problem, I feel like, was when I was inviting people down. I had a girl coming over to us from America to the States. She was on holiday. She typed in spinning cycle. She'd been to Soul Cycle. She typed in spin classes in Manchester, and she found us, and she had to get the train into Manchester, then she had to get the tram to Radcliffe, then a taxi to Radcliffe. I just feel like I wanted to get more in the city centre, so it was easier for people to get to. We were like, at night time, there's no lights where we were. We were literally down a dirty old mill, down a dirty old road in the middle of, we had zero passing traffic at all. And I feel like that was my biggest, even though we built it up to something special, you still had to find us. And that was the thing. It wasn't like there was no passing traffic.
But it's weird, isn't it? Because when you say that, and then you tell me that you got 30 bikes in the books every
yeah,
and no one can find you.
Yeah, that's it. Because we were vocal with it. We were constantly.
I know what I mean. That's what I'm saying to you. It's just like the person that you are. No matter you're a city centre or Radcliffe, people are always going to find you for the person that you are. Yeah. Because you're bringing in much more than fitness.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
So let's move on to, so you got this, thinking Christmas, look, I need something more.
Yeah.
And then obviously COVID hits. What are you both thinking in that COVID time?
So we had recently stopped drinking last September. So we're back to the alcohol thing. Me and Louise liked a good drink, but we never could get the full potential out of me and Louise, because every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'd get shit-faced. And then Monday comes, I'm like, I feel a bit sluggish. So any big issues we'd had in the past, trainers come in, selling, taking a load of clients, setting up literally round the corner, we'd turn to alcohol. So we're never like focusing on issues. It was always like, let's just drown it out with booze.
Are you both at that time doing any like meditation or anything like that? From that time, because this is like a short period, from you doing that time to the person that I know.
Yeah.
How different is that from you from that to that now?
I'd always listen to relaxation stuff from me struggling with sleeping at night. So my dad, my real dad, my dad told me to listen to meditation music at night to help you drift off. For me, I think one of the big problems with me with alcohol was I used to drink to sleep.
Right, so you're using that as your vice.
So if I couldn't sleep, this is how how fucked up my head was. If it was like a school as well, if it was a Sunday night and I struggled to get off, it was getting to 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd go downstairs, pour a pint of white wine from my mum's wine glass and neck it, fall asleep, wake up hungover, go into school. Do you know what I mean? So I needed to crack that habit of trying to relax, trying to get into a sleep pattern. I panic when I can't sleep. My head ticks, I hear the birds, I hear everything, I hate that. I think that's psychological back to...
I think you're sort of like, your best trait is also your worst trait, isn't it? Because like you're a real deep, big thinker, and if you're not looking after that, and you're not knowing that you like that, try to get to sleep, and you'll do anything to get to sleep, won't you? Anything,
and I had to stop that, because that is obviously not a healthy thing to do. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to go down the sleeping tablets, because I know that's a rocky road as well. I'd do everything I could to try and get a good night's sleep. And we'll get onto this, but that's why I get up so early in the morning, so I can get an amazing night's sleep, because it gets to 9 o'clock, I'm absolutely knackered, I'm dead. So we had stopped drinking, because we'd had a massive night out, me and Louise, with a couple of neighbours, got absolutely levered, woke up the next day, got 2 young boys, got a dog. I couldn't be arsed with them. I was like, please just go away, kids. Just go away. I've got an hangover, just go away. I want to sit on the couch. Same again. I thought, what the fuck are you doing, Nick? You've got 2 amazing boys there. My dad fucked off when I was 3. These boys are everything to me. Do you know what I mean? This is all I care about in my life, is my 2 boys. Do you know what I mean? And I was telling them, just go over there, go and play. Do you know what I mean? On a Sunday. So I thought, this is not healthy. I'm just going to stop drinking. I'm just going to knock it on the head.
So you had another quiet word with yourself?
I had another quiet word with myself, and I said to myself, before that, I thought to myself, Nick is just going to be the one that always drinks. He's the beer monster. He's always going to be a drinker. I had to sort of accept that. I'm always going to drink. Do you know what I mean? I started to live with it. And then after that morning, I thought to myself, and I woke up that day, I said, come on, like I pushed them off. I said, right, we'll go to the park. And I got to the park with him. And I had a bit of the shakes, and I was like, I need to have a drink to calm down. Sunday afternoon, thinking it's 11 o'clock, I'll have a quick drink, I'll have a beer, that'll sort my head out. And I just thought to myself, this is no good. And I'm only talking just over a year ago, this. Do you know what I mean? I'm only talking just over a year. And I thought, I need to knock it on the head. So I started looking for books. And the first one I read was Alcohol Lied to Me. I don't know who it's by. Listen to that. And that was it. I took it day by day. Took it day by day, week by week. Done another day, done another week, done another month, done a year. Do you know what I mean? And so with the COVID, I'm on fire now. My head's ticking, thinking I'm firing on all 4 cylinders. So COVID kicks, everyone's panicking, thinking, shit. I'm thinking, how can I flip this business and get over these tough times and make the best experience over the internet? And that's like going back to the gym. We were the first gym to put all the lighting in, the disco lights. I've seen it in London from your KO boxes. I've been there, dim lighting to your nightclub. We were the first to do that. We were one of the first to put prowlers in a gym. My mate over in Stockport, he was the first one to get AstroTurf down. He'd seen it over in the States. So like I say, now every other gym's got nightclub feel, do you know what I mean? We were doing it 4 years ago, do you know what I mean? So I thought, right, how am I going to make this online? So I'm seeing everyone working out in the houses, which is great. I thought, I need something more. I need the music. I need the banging techno. I need the lights. I need the visual. How do I start learning about this? Do you know what I mean? Googling best cameras, best lighting, best this. Do you know what I mean? How to make your production even better. How to get the maximum out of Zoom. It's just the way I think. So as soon as COVID hits, I'm like, guys, don't you worry. I've got this sorted. Do you know what I mean? That day when Boris comes on, March, all gyms must shut. I got straight onto a live. We've been camping with Louise and the kids. I got straight on and said, don't you worry, guys. I've got your back. I've completely got your back. I know what we'll do. I'm going to give out my kit. I'm going to put packs together, dumbbell packs. Come to the gym. I'll open up the shutters. Get what you need. I'll make a note of it. Do you know what I mean? I will have to charge it because we do need some money coming through. Do you know what I mean? It's a business. Yeah. We do need to keep the money flowing, but I don't worry. I'm going to put the most amazing classes on for you. I'm going to sort that out. That didn't sit well with some people because they thought they've just... I've ruffled some feathers, you know what I mean? That's people thought, I can't believe we've been members for 4 years or 2 years and now he's going to charge me for a bit of kit. Do you know what I mean? But that's Louise's side of things, thinking we need to make a bit of money while we're going through these times.
She's done right, hasn't she?
She has done right, and that's the thing. Yeah. Like, I would have just said, take it all, and I would have sat back and go, fuck, I've got no money. I can't push my business forward. But she's like, no, let's put a packs together. You can come, you can have the kit. I was driving around Prestwich Whitefield, dropping stuff off. Do you know what I mean? Saying, right, don't worry, we'll sort out your training. So that was it. COVID hits, and clear head, straight on it. Let's get to work now. Let's not fight or flight in this tough times. Let's think, what's the best we can do? It's digital for us. Do you know what I mean? I'd done the gym. I'd got the maximum out of it, what I wanted. I loved my time. I had some amazing people working out there. I was already looking for something else. For me, it was to help more people that are stuck at home, to get them through these tough times. We're in lockdown for such a long time. Most people's heads fell off. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Most people just piled on the weight and just thought, I thought, I'm not going to let this happen to me. And the ones that stuck with me, they've got the best results they've ever had with me. Do you know what I mean? The ones that have stuck with me, have, like I say, because we made this full experience, which has become LUV Fitness Studios. Now we're in just on the outskirts of Media City, in an amazing studio. Living my dream now, because I've got a purpose to wake up every day. Do you know what I mean? And get my camera out and talk a load of crap.
So, when you sort of like met me, were you doing videos before you met me to camera?
Yeah, but not religiously. So I do it now and again.
Yeah,
I do it now and again. It was just more to keep my members.
Yeah,
checking in with them.
So you set up LUV Fitness Studios in Ankles, innit?
Yes.
We started Hub, then obviously we rebranded to LUV Fitness Studios. And then what happened recently with that unit?
So we started off in the garden. Where I put a camera on and I couldn't get a signal.
So you started off in a garden?
Started off in my garden with dog shit everywhere and running around and annoying the neighbours because I've got fucking techno banging out. Again, back and annoying the neighbours. Started off in the garden, the kids would run down, it was an absolute carnage. Internet would drop, I'll be back in a minute. Thought, right, get a lead from my house, plug it straight in, let's try this. And then I thought, no, right, change it, toy room, rip out the toy room, put a backdrop, I got some pond sheeting, put that down, stuck the Hub logo in there, put some lighting in, got the tunes on, thought, right, this will do. Then I thought, we need more. I want to get I can't ask my client, I wanted to keep my trainers going throughout lockdown as well. All the other gyms said, sorry mate, we've got our own shit to bother. I'm like, my trainers, I was like, Kirsty, Paulina, they were the main ones. I was like, don't worry, I'm going to keep you going. But I couldn't have them keep coming to my house. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to sort the kids out and they're doing teaching a class. So I thought, I need a place. And I also want to try and reach out to more trainers. We don't know how long we're going to be in lockdown. There's going to be loads of trainers that are out of work. Get into town. Find somewhere central. Say to people, I've built a bit of a recording studio. Come down, I want you to teach. It's all COVID safe. Do you know what I mean? You and the camera, that's it. So that was the vision with it. That was the vision. So we found this little unit that we'd already been looking at units because we wanted Love Cycle to go into town. My plan was before Christmas was to keep the Hub going, set up Love Cycle and maybe sell the Hub. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or if I could balance both, but that's that wasn't ever going to happen because I was doing too much of the whole. I was doing kids boxing, one-to-ones, my training, classes, trying to be a manager, trying to run 2 businesses. I was fucking everywhere. So yeah, we found this unit. We got set up. I got a beautiful set made, custom made to the room, all cut out to exactly how it was. It cost me a bloody fortune. GoPros built into the set, Bose speakers built into the ceiling. We went full hog on this because this is going to be my new business. You know what I mean? Like I said, back to the garage. Everything I do is to the point. I want everything to be perfect. So we set up, we get going, and then we're probably in it for 2 months. We're just starting to take a bit of momentum. You'd sorted out our branding. Do you know what I mean? You'd sorted all that. We're starting to get some new trainers on board. And then we got a little group because there's a few different businesses in this unit. We've got a group and someone text saying, does anyone know why there's a security guard sat in our reception? Never been security there before. I'm like, no, that's it. So I went in that next day and I thought, that's the same guy who stood outside Boohoo a couple of weeks ago. Do you know what I mean? So part of their security stuff. So I thought, that's a bit fishy. So anyway, they wouldn't tell us. They say, oh yeah, we've just been sent here by the landlord. So we're on the phone to the landlord. And I'd spoke to the previous landlord.
He's letting you in?
Letting us in. Knew we'd spent a fortune. Yeah. So this company knew that we'd spent an absolute fortune on a custom-made set. And then I'm like, are you kicking... Like, why is the security guard here? Is something happening? No. We've just moved in. We've got a 2-year lease on this place. Yeah, you're safe. Don't worry about anything. Okay, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? Security guards. And then... they don't tell you anything. They didn't tell us anything. We had to find out by ourselves through a Manchester Evening News article about Boohoo or the Kamari brothers buying so much property like that. Starting putting two and one together. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we were in there. Security guards are in there. We're thinking, shit, they're not telling us anything. We got a letter. About a couple of days later, you got 28 days to get out your building. It's been bought out by a big firm. I'm thinking, shit, like most places you need to put down rent, but you need 28 days just for them to go through all the legal side of things. Do you know what I mean? To do the background checks on you. We were thinking, shit, like what we're going to do? We just built it up.
Are you thinking of fighting? Or are you thinking of going, look, I'm not going down that route, I'm going to...
My mindset, Tim, is everything happens for a reason. Yeah. Louise is thinking, let's fight this. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm thinking, something bigger is going to come out of this.
You're not going to win that battle, are you?
No chance. They could eat us alive. Yeah. And that's the thing. Security guards were in there to make sure that we didn't make any damage. When the shit hits the fan and they find out you got 28 days to get out. The security guards were lovely. I used to have a right laugh with them. Do you know what I mean? Because, there was sound. But yeah, so I didn't think. I just thought straight away, like on all the other lot, there was like there was a music artist down at the bottom. He was kicking off. There was a dance studio there. They were a bit annoyed about it all. But I just thought something good will come out of this. But then there's me and Louise driving around Manchester again, looking for a property, thinking like. Speaking to people, they're saying, right, well, we need to do a background check on you, we need to do your finances. And we think it's going to take months. We're going to have a downtime where we can do a load of filming and maybe get over a month. Yeah. We're never going to get over 6 months, or we're never going to get over 2 months even. Do you know what I mean? We need to find somewhere and take this amazing set that we just had custom built and take it all out, which is going to be a nightmare, and reset it up somewhere else. So, yeah, it was a bit of a stressful time for us, that.
So what happened?
I found
you've not told me about this. I just seen it on your Instagram. I was like,
did you? Yeah. So carried on looking, and then we were looking like silly places. I thought I need to still be in town because we got some good instructors coming on board. I like you told me to do academy, LUV Academy. As soon as you mentioned that, great idea. I started doing an academy. Tuesdays and Thursdays is inviting instructors mainly from dance background because all entertainers are out of work. Get them down. I'm going to teach you how to ride a bike, and then we're going to. And I've just brought one up. Did you see a post yesterday? I'll send it you. Tori, she's called. She's just done a video. It's brilliant.
Oh, okay, no.
Yeah, I'll send it. So get these down, train them up. Love Cycle Academy. Do you know what I mean? Choose it, free training. I'll teach you how to do spinning, and then we'll hopefully give you a job at the end of it. So we'd done that, and we were just literally driving all round town, thinking, looking at offices, it's not going to work because of the noise. Looking at arches, they want £3,000-4,000 a month, plus they want 2 months up. You can't afford that. We're going to have to go and borrow some money, go to the bank. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought, no. And then similar to what the story with how I found you, I was looking through and I saw this thing that was a recording studio renting out spaces in Salford. I thought, that looks good, but it's going to be way out of our league. Looked, spoke to Louise in the morning. I said, I'll ring this evening, have a look. Got on the phone. She was just like one of us. How's it going, mate? Yeah, no problem. Come down. I'll have a look. As soon as it's down, she will bend over backwards to help you. The thing is, this is our dream place. It's bigger than what we wanted. It's a recording studio. Everyone in there's media. They've got the internet speeds that nearly blew up my phone because I've never seen speeds like it. Wow. It just all fell into place. Perfect. And now we're in even the floor is like, it looks like you're in a car park. Do you know what I mean? So it was just like, bang, this is our place. As soon as we got off the phone to her, like when I saw yours, this is the girl. Yeah, this is the girl. This is the company. Do you know what I mean? This is the company that's going to help us take our business to the next level. So back to that, it happens for a reason. It definitely happens for a reason. Do you know what I mean? You can't work so hard at something, put so many good vibrations out there, and keep getting shit after shit, because you just got to keep that positive mindset. Keep showing up, keep getting up, and keep pushing forward. And it will be all right.
What's Nick's purpose in life?
To get people not only fit into healthy routines, to help the mindset, to help the people that are scared of going to gyms, to help the people that can't get to the gyms because they're kids, busy businessmen. My thing is to show the power of a morning routine, and getting people moving and getting that tribe together, sharing ideas food-wise, and just feel a little bit better. My whole thing is like, if I can make you feel a little bit better by Christmas, well, that's job done for me. Job done. I'm not a transformation to personal trainer. I'm not interested in that. I've come away from that now. I want to help people feel better, just a little bit better, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? That's my purpose, to help busy mums that are stressed out, that they've lost their identity. Do you know what I mean? That are just stuck in the kids are driving them crazy. I know how tough it is for Louise, but also blokes that might put on a bit of timber. Do you know what I mean? And out of the routine. There's that much bullshit in the fitness industry. Like, what am I do you know what I mean? Where do I go? Do I join a gym and stand on a treadmill? I'm going to teach you how to lift weights from your house or from a gym. I'm going to teach you how to squat properly. We might not have barbells and stuff like that, but we've got dumbbells. People are using all sorts of stuff, but I'll teach you how to squat. I'll teach you how to do push press. I'll teach you how to do press ups. Do that and do all the rest. The training's just a tiny bit, but get your steps in. Listen to podcasts. Listen to powerful books. Circle yourself around decent people. Cut all the knobheads out of your life. Do you know what I mean? That's it for me. That's it. That's what I want. Drink more water. Eat healthier. Do you know what I mean? Have that little blowout of the weekend. But yeah, I feel like that's my mission now. And that's the whole thing with LUV Fitness Studios. It's so much more. I just want to make people feel a bit better. Do you know what I mean?
That's good, that, mate, isn't it? Just a bit better.
Just a bit.
It's achievable, isn't it?
Of course it is.
What's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself through this process? Now, when I say this process, right, I'm going to say from having Hub Fitness, right, when you had this gym, to now becoming LUV Fitness Studios. What's the biggest thing that you've learned?
There's a lot of people out there that need help to get into a healthy routine. It's all right, like for me, and I loved my clients. Our Christmas dues were amazing. The one just before Christmas, it was amazing. 70 people rocking out, Chinese karaoke, all that. I love that to bits. But they do it every day, and they do it twice a day. They're in that, do you know what I mean? There's so many people that are scared of going to a gym and just giving that little bit. My job for LUV Fitness Studios is to get people into gyms or get people working with trainers, but people that might be a little bit scared of doing that. So that's what I've learned, and that's my little golden nugget now, is to speak to people and teach them the power of exercise and what that does, and get them working out from home, get them to a gym. See you later, I'm going to go and join X, Y, brilliant. Because I've had so many clients do that, and most instructors, the old Nick would have thought, I've lost another fucking another client. But now it's, I've helped that client go and join a gym. She came to me, she had no confidence. She didn't want to join the gym. She was scared, do you know what I mean? She had I'm going to be the one that doesn't know how to do the workouts. I've taught them how to do it. Now she's gone off and joined the gym. Brilliant. There's enough clients for everyone in this. Everyone's on these healthy kicks. So if I can get the thing I've learned, I want to get people to that stage. If they stay with us, brilliant. You'll get amazing results. But if you go to and say, I've learned what I need to learn now, and I go off, I'm going to go and work with a trainer on a one-to-one basis, or I'm going to go and do this group exercise, brilliant. That's what I've learned. Do you know what I mean? There's so many people out there that need the help. Yeah. It's all good and well, the RIP people, Gymshark crew, do you know what I mean? Brilliant, fantastic, look amazing. But it's that many people that they want it, but they don't know where to go to. Do you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing with LUV Fitness. And we'll get together when it all passes, and we'll do a boot camp. I'm going back to my roots, starting off doing boot camps, do you know what I mean? We'll get together, we'll do events, do you know what I mean? But I'll make sure that you've got them healthy habits, and kids are still in bed, husband's at work. You're going to go downstairs while the kids are still asleep. You're going to work out. I'm going to work out tough. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'm going to get results out of you. I'm going to make sure that you're getting your steps in. I'm going to make sure you're drinking your water, because I know the power of it. I'm going to be checking on you as well. Do you know what I mean? If you slip, no one gets left behind on this. Do you know what I mean? I make sure I'm voicemailing everyone. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Do you know what I mean? Checking in on people. And that's how I've managed to build this. And a lot of my clients have come with me because they know what I'm all about.
You're about other people.
That's all. It makes me so happy to know that I help other people. Yeah. I would give my shirt to someone else if that's going to help them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's me. That's it. And I'm probably too much with it. I'm a proper giver. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just a pure giver. And then when I have to take something from someone, they're like, oh, Nick's changed. Do you know what I mean? I had that problem with the gym. Do you know what I mean? I give people so much that when one time I have to say, I'm sorry, I can't give you all that equipment, thousands of pounds of equipment, spin bikes, benches, weights. There's a van full, I can't give you all that for 200 quid. It's £1,000 worth of equipment. Sorry, come and get all your stuff. Come and get all your stuff. Like, it's changed. It's like, it's not, do you know what I mean?
You've got to be all right though, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you feel about, obviously we talk a lot, how do you feel about people not liking you as a person?
Obviously, you don't want to piss people off, and I am a sensitive person. Do you know what I mean? But I've learned to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and don't think about that again. If I've heard something negative about me and it's not going to push me forward, I'll think about it and think, is there anything positive I can take from that? If there isn't, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'll change the state of mind, and I will never think about that again. And I've learned that over the years, whereas the old Nick would have gone, oh shit, I've upset him. And I would have got himself into a bit of a hole. Yeah. And the confidence, do you know what I mean? But I've learned, a 37-year-old now, to build that and be like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forget it. Do you know what I mean? I've got that many good people around me now, like yourself, like Coach Jay, all this network of people now that I buzz off. And this is my tribe now. Do you know what I mean? As well as all my tribe that with the fitness, all my mates now, I only have decent people I speak to. If I see some, we got not slandered, we got some negative stuff when we were in the Berry Times, and you start reading it. Oh, look what these are like. Do you know what I mean? We flipped our business in COVID. People are all, do you know what I mean? Negative words. That's their issue. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you do read it. You start thinking, oh my God, that's hurt that. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you later. I've got too many people to help. Yeah, I can't worry about them.
What is obviously, before we met, you were doing like videos every sort of now and then. How is it that you've gone from that into being able to do a video every single morning? What's that shift in your mind that's gone from doing that into now being able to do a video every morning?
From our Zoom call, when you said, just get in front of the camera, I think that was the game changer for me. And knowing, because I looked into you and your brand, and I thought to myself, I watched some of your podcasts that you've done with Kari and stuff like that, and I loved what you've done. And for you to tell me, give me that confidence to not worry about everyone else. Don't worry about if you're going to ruffle feathers. Don't worry if you're going to piss people off. Do you know what I mean? as long as your energy,
your intentions
is there, run with it, and that's it. And sometimes I get my camera, I'm like, I can't do this today, and I'm like, no, and I just think to myself, I have got people that I need, that it's part of the routine now. I didn't used to do it Monday to Sunday, but I've had to do Sundays off now, so I'm fucked. But Monday to Saturday, this morning, I didn't know what to talk about. Some days I do, some days I don't, and I just start rattling on. But I got a message from a guy in Thailand the other day saying that how much, do you know what I mean, it helps him and he struggles, and I get messages all the time now, and it's just them little bits that I mean, I'm doing some good stuff. And I'm not looking to, I'm just doing it to help a couple of people, and if it helps them, brilliant. If they could then give that a bit of a, because I know the power of a morning routine. Wake up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 out of bed, a pint of water, listen to something positive, be grateful for me, for my children, my wife, my house, the warmth of the bed, such small little things, looking up, seeing the stars, being alive. I lost my dad like that. You've got to be so grateful for everything, being able to go and see your parents, you know what I mean? Look what we've just gone through, being able to run a business how I wanted to run it, do you know what I mean? Not being able to just answer to myself. I'm so grateful for all these little bits. So already, before 5 o'clock in the morning, I've done all these things, meditation, 10 minutes. Sometimes I do 5 minutes, stick something on, boom, 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 right, ready to rock. Do you know what I mean? What I'm grateful for, do my walk, speak to people, get to work, go live, help people, check people, make sure they're drinking the water. I've done all this before 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And that's it. For me, I'm the morning routine. Do you know what I mean? And the rest should fall into place. Some days we have shit days. I feel like I used to always feel anxious on a Tuesday. Don't know why. Always on a Tuesday. I always used to think it's Tuesday blues. Maybe when you've been out partying.
Down Tuesdays.
Yeah, it was in the early days. It was like you've been off. You had all weekend. Monday you're still buzzing a little bit. Tuesday, you start feeling a bit depressed, and I still carried that up till I started helping more people. Still, sometimes I feel a bit. Why am I feeling a bit shit? Do you know what I mean? Why am I feeling a bit? But it's gone. Pretty much, do you know what I mean? It's like it used to be every week, and now it's like now and again. I'm like, all right, it's like a bit of a cloud. It comes and it goes. It'll fuck off by tomorrow morning. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. But I knew if I was still boozing it every weekend, if I was still stressed out with the job, if I wasn't helping people, I wasn't being true to myself, that'll be there, and it will still be there. And then Tuesday night, the football's on, let's get pissed. Wednesday, fucking feel shit again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm on a good path now.
Yeah, because I always tell people, it's like, for you, Nick, I know that fitness is your passion, but then you've made it your purpose, and now you've made it your profession. And it's just life just kind of is so much easier once you've got that. You find your purpose in life, your ikigai, your thing, what you're meant to be put on this planet to do. It's like you say, you just do a video in the morning, just reach that one person. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's special, that, isn't it?
100%.
What have you got in your mind now for LUV Fitness Studios? Where do you want to take it?
So we are now running 7-day challenges for busy mums. So I am trying to reach out to more and more busy mums that are stressed out, kids hanging off the feet. So I want to really build that side of things as well, and help as many people as I can. For the busy mums for the minute up to Christmas, and then I might look at busy dads, or do you know what I mean? I want to reach out to more and more people that way and show them the power of routine, the power of workout. So that's the vision on the online sort of stuff. Just keep building it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not looking to take over the world. I don't want to be a Peloton. That's not us. Do you know what I mean? We are, like you said, the rebels. We do stuff. We swear. We play banging tracks. Do you know what I mean? I'll speak to you real. I don't want that thing. I need to stay true to myself on that sort of things. What I do absolutely love, and me and Louise do it so well, is events. So I'd love to, like, back in the day we used to do a lot of DJ rides and stuff like that. We'd make the room into a nightclub and would sell tickets and get people down. When this all passes, I want to do more pop-ups. I want Love Cycle to be the pop-up brand that just hires out a club. All the clubs have, like, we've been speaking to Hidden in Manchester. All the clubs are really struggling now. When it starts to lift, 30 bikes, 40 bikes, 50 bikes, DJ.
Such a good idea.
Come in, do you know what I mean? Give everyone that nightclub buzz, but in a healthy way, all COVID safe. We'll wear our masks, you know what I mean? Keep it that, but that whole experience of a night out on a bike, instead of pills, we get endorphins, do you know what I mean? And then we'll all hopefully have a glass of whatever, be on the water or whatever. But we used to always have Prosecco or beers after it and have that little bit of a social. That's where my passion is with events and stuff like that. So the plan is for LUV Fitness Studios is to do more pop-ups. We did last year, we did a pop-up on the Manchester Marathon. We teamed up with Lululemon and we literally had 20 bikes on the side, tunes pumping, and it was great. Do you know what I mean? Giving back. Everyone that was running past was like cheering us. It was just brilliant. So yeah, more of that side of stuff, and that's what now, not having the physical gym and not running all the kids classes and all the spinning every single plate. I go in now, I do my filming for the morning, I'm done. I can focus. Me and Louise, we're just about to launch the new website. We can do our podcast. We can build the business now and make this machine work for us. Whereas the old hub, that I was a bit.
It was controlling you.
It was controlling me. Yeah. It was just before Christmas. New lights, leaks. The beast got too much. We built it so big, too fast. We had such a big unit, 7,000 square foot. Do you know what I mean? Trying to spin everything, my head was falling off, and that's why I wanted to make the change. And with the new LUV Fitness Studios, we film, and that recording's there. We've got 300 workouts now on demand. Anyone wants anything, brilliant. I've got Olivia going in tonight, and Nathan, my editor, filming more content for the on demand. Do you know what I mean? So if you're wanting to get fit and thinking, right, I'm a member of a gym around the corner, right, I'll whip out my phone and there's some amazing programs in here to help you get awesome results. So it's like a PT in the pocket for us. So that's the plan on the digital side as well. But yeah, the world's our oyster now. I feel like we can really push forward with the likes of having you guys on the team. Do you know what I mean? I really want to do more maybe events down the future where we could invite Coach Jay down. We do. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We do do an event, mindset event, fitness event. Perfect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's ace.
Where we get him over,
get
the lunatic down, we'll hire somewhere, and we'll make it a whole a weekender where people can come and we can teach them bits. And so loads of ideas. I never stop, and that's the thing. Me and Louise never stop.
Mate. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good. The great ideas. I'm really excited for the brand just to watch it grow. You know, obviously this time you're just doing what you can, but once you start putting events on, I think that's where the LUV brand's going to go right through the roof.
Get 100%. Like all DJs are at work at the minute. We get one of the Manchester DJs down.
Great idea, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Hire out Hidden, hire out one of these clubs. They're all I've dropped a few messages. They're all begging to do something. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, get them down and get that nightclub feel. Get you guys down to film it. Yeah. Get the whole. I've got like in with the dancers now. Get the smoke on the go. All that sort of stuff. As soon as we get the go ahead, we're on it.
Right, well, what I'm going to do, mate, is I'll put all your links down in there so everybody can click on you. I'm going to put your personal one on there as well, and everybody needs to go and follow you. Nick, thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye.